Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus providing you offensive schemes and defensive schemes that are more than the meta. So guys, I want to talk about basically an offensive scheme out of the Washington playbook that is a really cool formation. It is stock. You don't have to make any kind of adjustments, and it's got some really glitchy concepts that you can expose to get some big plays. So guys, if you're new to my channel and you're looking for stuff that's outside of what you see, a lot of the meta, a lot of the repetitive stuff that's getting shown online, and you're looking to add depth to your playbook, hit the subscribe button, also that notification icon, because I try to go ahead and provide you guys different stuff to help you grow your book when it comes to your offensive knowledge. Now, I'm going to jump into the Washington Redskins, or the Washington football team playbook, and in particular, it's going to be a base formation, which is going to be the pistol. Now, what is great about this particular formation and why this is a good formation to use as your base formation is that we're going to leave all the audibles the same. We're not going to make any kind of adjustments. Audibles stay stock, and I'll show you basically how I run this particular play. Now, out of the huddle, you only have roughly basically two different run plays. You got a zone and you got a dive, which essentially are kind of the same thing. But out of the huddle, we're going to call the wheel switch. Now, the wheel route by the tight end, we're always going to call that to the long side of the field because we're going to have basically a way we're going to go ahead and run this here play. So we're going to call that. Now, what I want to do is I'm just going to run this against random big nickel defenses, and I'll just show you my reads from there. I want to show you something, though, that's very unique about this play. Now, look at the tight end on the right-hand side, which is Thomas. Look what happens when I go ahead and pull up his hot routes. Right above where it says hot routes, it says RB hot routes. For some particular reason, this formation treats the tight end position as a running back, so you have access to running back hot routes opposed to other types of hot routes out there. So what really makes this particular play cool is that you have a wheel route from the tight end position. So we're going to build off of that in this particular scheme. So our base play we're going to call out of the huddle is once again is going to be this wheel switch, and this is how I like to run this particular play. I like to streak up the red route, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag up the backside receiver Carter to give us kind of like a little a flood concept. And I'm going to make my reads based on Carter and go from there. So I'm going to look to see if a defender actually follows him, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop it down to the drag or actually to the running back underneath it. So let's just go back to this again. Streak up a Samuels. I'm going to watch Samuels, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit this little hitch route. So I'm going to go into instant replay and show you how this works. I'm going against random defenses, so I'm not going to always get the perfect defense that I'm looking at. But I'm going to watch this guy right here, and if this guy pulls off and he brings single coverage, and maybe it's a blitz, the first area of the field that I'm going to go ahead and look at is going to be this route right here, which is going to be this double move. Double move is always going to get separation from a defender if it's man coverage, especially if it's zero coverage over the top, and there's going to be single coverage out there, because once this guy actually takes a move to the outside and moves back in, he typically gets defensive back out of position. He always gets separation. I can get a big completion for maybe about a 20-yard gain. So that's what I love about this here play. But this play is even better when you have basically the flood concept off to the right. Now, another read I'm going to look at is going to be Samuels right over the middle, and if I get basically the seam route available to me, I'm going to go ahead and throw that. So that was just a fast blitz. We're going to watch Samuels, and you can see right there that's going to be an easy completion where you can pick up 20 yards. So if you run into somebody that plays a lot of cover 2, sometimes you can actually hit this tight end route for a huge play right over the middle of the zone. So that's what I love about this here plays. It gives you man and zone reads, and then if you want to, you can go ahead and just attack your opponent on the inside by doing a quick little whip route for a man beater, and you've got that hitch for a zone beater too. So if the defenders float up, you just pop them right in the middle of the field with the zone. So this has got a good, you can use this play, you can run this play a couple different ways to really attack your opponent and drive them crazy, and that's what I love about this here play. So let's go ahead and take a look at spacing, the stick spacing play. Now, I like to run this particular play where I'm attacking my opponent on the inside. It's more of a man read type situation. But once again, I've also got this little wheel route that I can do with the tight end, and then it's going to open up that zone. My first read is going to be the inside read, and then I'm just going to go and check it down. I'm just going to make a progression from left to right. So I'm looking for a man read or just an open zone read right here. And you can see this guy actually gets double teamed. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the spacing over here. And then my next progression is going to be underneath or over the top with the wheel route. So basically these guys are all playing over the top coverage. I can hit the little running back underneath and pick up a good 5 or 6 yards. And once again, my first read is going to be the red curl route. And if I get the one-on-one coverage, I'm going to go and hit that. So that's my first progression, and then I just make progressions from left to right. Now bench switch is another great play, but here's a challenge. You really can't streak this guy up without a crazy release. So I like to run this to the opposite side, and I'll do so by actually going and streaking up the inside slot receiver. Then I'm going to take my outside corner, which I'm going to put him on a drag route, and then I'm going to either leave Thomas on an in, or I'm going to put him on a wheel. Now this is all about opening up the backside of the formation, where a lot of the action is to the wide side, and a lot of times what happens is that you're going to have the zones clear out with the corner and the fly route. This is a basic, sail concept type of thing that you can use against your opponent. So it will just keep them honest. Now you can use a wheel on the backside, and against man coverage, you could potentially go ahead and get a separation. I do want to let you know that this tight end on the backside, he's not a really outstanding tight end. He doesn't really get the best separation against man coverage, but sometimes you get these type of situations where the matching principles will leave this guy naked on the backside. But not something I'm expecting, but that's what I love about this good play. It's really just focused to attack the person on the left, but you've also have that surprise routes by the running back that can catch him off guard. So you can see right here, we're just going to be looking for this little crosser on the downside, or I can hit the deep corner on the backside, and then you have the clear out route. So this guy's just clearing things out for me, and really what I'm looking at is this route right here. And if he's playing hard flats or the defenders are coming down, I can always hit this corner route too, because this guy is going to clear out that deep half or that deep defender and allow me to attack the sidelines, because he's just going to kind of stick on the sidelines and not go anywhere. Now the last play is going to be this play action post shot. And once again, I still like to use the wheel route. I actually had labbed basically putting Carter on a streak route, but it really doesn't affect the coverages too much. And I found that if doing a drag is really not that great, the best thing to do is to do a slant route. Gets a little bit more depth and gets some separation. Now, once again, we can cancel out the play action, or we can leave it in. Regardless, the quarterback is going to slide up a little bit. But what I like about this here play is that it has got man and zone beaters, and will give you an opportunity for some huge plays too. So you don't want to basically spam this too much, but watch Thomas, and then you've got this crosser on the backside, which is extremely deadly. Will get you some pretty easy yards. So we're going to watch Thomas, and you've also got a guy that's just going to take off the top of the defense and give you that one-play touchdown. Now, it's important that you don't spam this play too much, because people start picking up in your tendencies. But basically, at this wheel route, once again, this is something you can throw early. However, this guy would probably get in that passing field. Sometimes I can hit this. That's why I have the slant on the backside. So if it is man coverages, basically I'm going to throw the slant. I'm usually get a fairly easy separation. But on the other side right here, we've got this deep crosser, gets up deep and then comes flat which you can get over a lot of coverages. And then obviously you have yourself your one-play touchdown opportunity with this deep post shot right here, where you can get that deep post. So really what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the following progressions. I'm watching basically this guy right here and seeing what happens and see if I actually get, if I'm going to get basically nobody in the area, or if I think he's going to get over the top of man coverage. And then I'm going to look to this progression right here, which essentially is going to be the open area of the field. If these guys get pulled out, I can always go ahead and take a shot across the field if there's a user playing around that, and then I'll take a peek right here depending on this guy. And if he's playing shallow towards this wheel route, a lot of times this deep shot route will be wide open for a one-play touchdown. So you have that in your back pocket. Now what's great about this particular play too is you can run it the opposite side. So I come out flipping this a lot, but this is a really good play to have in your scheme. Oh, by the way, the halfback zone, as I'm showing you right now, it's a pretty money play too. So I'm not even showing you the running concept to it, but I actually have a three play formation breakdown out of this, where I'm using basically this gun normal Y off, and I'm also going ahead and throwing in another formation, which is going to be the stack play too. It's just another way to go ahead and attack your opponent. So guys, if you like these type of full breakdowns, make sure you hit the like button below, and just let me know if there's any other formations in Washington that you guys are interested in looking at. If you do, just give me a holler down in the comments below, and I'll break down a scheme and how I'd run it in particular out of particular formations. So once again, guys, thank you for your support, and until next time.